Alright, so in this tutorial we'll be covering events and how to access their data and put stuff into it on the fly and stuff like that. Alright, so before we jump into that, one thing needs to be explained. These characters here, these moving pictures when you're playing the game, they aren't actually part of the event itself. It's another class which interacts with the event to get data from it and then draw it to the screen. So basically, these things here, and this includes the player, they're not part of the game event class. It's a separate class altogether which interacts with it. So, bring this back up. This class that I'm talking about here is sprite_character. And as you can see in its initialize method, it takes in a character variable, which is actually the event itself. Okay? And if we find somewhere, where is it? There's a movement, there it is. Here it is. Okay, so when the character actually moves, moves to the to another tile, this is when the animation this is where the picture gets updated in its position. Now, screen X is different from X because X here is 0, and then 1, and then 2, and 3, and so on and so on. But in screen space, that is not accurate, because if I was to give it X and then if I was to give it 1 and then 2, this character would appear over here and then straight here whenever it moves. It won't actually walk along that way. So that's what screen X does. It gives you where it should be currently before it gets to that point. Alright? Okay, so with that done, let's actually get into events. So here it is, game_event. Alright. Now, as we know already, when you have an event, I'm going to create a new one now. New one, give it a graphic. Active 5, you can be that guy. I don't have him already. No, I don't. Okay. Alright. And we have pages. So this is page 1, page 2, and this is the conditions for the page, and the priority, the trigger, the options, the movement, graphic, etc. Okay. So what we can do inside the game event class is actually modify these values. So this is a page here. This is page 1, this is page 2. Okay? And this is the list of event commands. And this comes out to be an array. So, knowing what we already know about arrays is if I was to have multiple things in here, like show text, and I had that amount of times, I can actually go into the script itself, access this characters or events page, and then I can insert another command inside here whenever I felt like it. Okay? So, if we go here, its trigger, which we already know by looking at the trigger part, was on its own, what was it? Oh, the action button, right. Silly me. Alright, and then we have its list, which is, like I said before, it's a list of event commands, which comes out to be an array. And its starting flag. I'm not really sure what starting flag is. I think that is the trigger. No? Alright, let's actually search that up, because I'm not so sure what that is. So go event, which is down here somewhere. Better yet, open a script, search it up. Oh, starting to false. Well, meh, whatever. Alright, so game_event is accessed through the map. So if you go to the map class, which is game_map, here is where events get put into. So this is a hash array, or a hash map, or whatever you want to call it. So the events get put into here, each, and they each have a key, which is their event ID, which, as we know from this, this event ID is 9, so its key in the actual hash will be event 9. Okay, so if you want to access it, you just go game_map dot events, which is here, and then in the brackets, because it's a hash, the ID itself of the event, and then you can access the information inside of it. Okay, so I'm going to create another event over here. This one's going to be stone, which I think is behavior. Close enough. And in here I'm going to have a script call, so game_map dot events in brackets. Here's where I input the actual event I want to access. In this case it'll be 9. Actually, by the end I'll do 1 for now. Okay, events.1, and I'm gonna leave it there for a sec. Who is number 1? Is that you? Nope. I have no idea who number 1 is. There you are. Okay. So your first command is script call. Okay, you're not good. Okay, we'll get 2. Wrong one. Game_map events 2, and now we'll access her commands. So back into the script here. So I was just showing you how to get the events by using game_map. So in the actual event itself, you can get its list. Okay, so I'll get its list. Open the wrong one again. Okay. Dot list. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go message box _p, and you can print it out for me. Okay. Dot list. I'll click on OK. Play it. Alright. And here is the list. So as you can see, they each have a code and an indent, and indent isn't really important unless it's not really important. I've only had to worry about it once, and that was because I was using skit system stuff because of conditional branches. So unless you care about conditional branches, you don't really have to worry about indents. Codes you do have to worry about, and parameters. Okay, so close that, and alright, so that's a list here. Okay, list, gotta copy that for a sec, gotta see where that's page list. Okay, so I'll go to help for a second here because this is some stuff I keep forgetting. Page, RPG event page, great. And now you can actually access the stuff. So, condition, no, that's not it. List RPG event command.new. Okay, so event command. That is the actual. Those are the elements inside of the array. Okay, so this is the event command here, and I can go .code, .indent, and .parameters. All right. So let's recap on this a little bit. Alright, game_map to get your event with its ID here as 2, which is the girl. .list, because that's their page commands, and inside that is an instance of an event command, which is an array. So I'm going to go 0 because that would be the first command they have. See here? This is command number 1. If I was to add something else like that, this is event command 2, and if I was to add another one, sorry, event command 0, event command 2, and if I was to add another one, it would be event command 0, 1, and then 2. Okay. So if I want to access the first command in their page, it's .list and then in brackets 0. Alright, so that'll give me the first command, and then I can go .code. Alright, and this is important, and you're about to see why. .code. That's 101. Alright, so now that we have the code, here's what you have to do. Go into game_interpreter, and search it up. Go command underscore, and then this is the name, this is the number you just received from the code, which is 101. Alright, def command 101, and what was that? That was show text. That was the command that we were using. So if we go into her again, what was the first command? It was hi, and it was a show text command. So that's how you access their, that's how you know which command you just accessed. So if I was to access the second command now of hers, so if I go into list here and get, you know, number 2 meaning the third one, speak, I get 213. Alright, so back into here, go command, and this one's 213. Which one's 213? That is the show balloon icon command. Alright, so you get the code, you can also get the parameters too. So if I go into back to here, and I go, instead of code, I go 0, and I get parameters, and the reason why I say get parameters, because if I go back to contents and go events, should be command, back command, yay, here it is, .code, .indent, and .parameters. Alright, did I spell that right? I did. Alright, play it. And the parameters are, alright, that. Yeah. So it was a, trying to think of a way to explain it. That was an empty string, 0, 0, then 2. Alright, so if I go to command 200, sorry, back to where I was before, which was command 101, command 101, yes, check out the parameters, param 0, that would have been, that means the face doesn't exist, then the face indent, face index, that's 0 because it doesn't exist, because we haven't inputted anything. The game underscore message background was also 0 because it doesn't exist, and game underscore message dot position, because params 3, which is the 4th parameter we just had, is you know, empty. Alright, so if I go here now and I go 1, which is the second one, I don't think I explained this quite properly. See, this here, this first line is parameter, is line 1. This one here, this high, is line 2. Okay, so that's 0 and then 1 here, and then this is 2. Okay, so now if I go 1, I should get high. Alright. Yeah, I get high. And if I search up the code, which, you know, no point because the code is right here, that's 401, which is text data. So I just go event command 401. Okay. I guess there's only a point for this one then. Alright, then it keeps going down and adding into the actual data. Now, alright, trying to think of a way to explain this properly. We have high here, right? So if I was to add a second event, second thing here, and I go, hey, these count as the same. Okay? If I go back here for a sec. Sorry. Nope. That was bad. Sorry. The line here, I go hey here, this is counted as the exact same event thing, because this here, this event code is 401, and this one is also 401, so they count as the exact same, as part of the exact same command, because in the actual code itself, once it's hit command 101, which is show text, it then does all this, parameter stuff here we've already established. And then while next event code is 401, meaning text data, go down to that line, index plus equals 1, so, that thing I was just on, which is hi and then hey, and then add in the actual text. So in this case, the first one will be hi, and then we'll go here and check this again, and the next event code will be 401 still, because the next line is hey. Okay? And then we'll add that, and then we'll check the next code again, and it won't be 401, it will instead be the show balloon icon, which is not a text command, so this doesn't exist anymore and it doesn't care. Okay? Okay. Done. Oop. So what else can we show? Okay, so that was that part done. Now what we can do is we can go hey, hi, hey, and whatever. We can get over down to here and we can add another event command for this event. So this is 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just after heart, we can insert, just before anger and just after heart, we can insert another text command for this lady. Okay? So what we're going to do is, we're going to go here, and we're going to go here into scripts, going to go RPG event command, just making sure I spell that right, it is event command. Yes, it is. Cool. Great. Event command, and its code is going to be 101 because it's going to be show text. Damn it. Alright. Event command. I'm just going to call it command actually. Command is equal to RPG event command dot new, and if I go back into my help thing here, alright, in its initialize function I can insert code, indent, and parameters. Alright, that's cool. So I'm just going to go open bracket here. The first one is the code, which is going to be 101, and then its parameters is just going to be, its indent is next, and we don't care about indent. And then the next one is going to be the parameters we had before. So I can give her a face if I want to, which I think I will. So I'll give her actor 1. Give me a sec. So I'll give her actor 1. That's the wrong one. Sorry. Show text. Actor 1, because that's the string here. Actor 1. And I can give her the face. So actually, she's that one. So I'll give her actor 2. And then her face index would be 1, because that's 0, 1. Okay. So actor 2, and then her face index would be 1, and then 0 because of the background stuff, and I don't remember what the last one was. I'll check that out. Give me a sec. 101 position. Oh yeah, that was 2. Okay. The last one is position, so 2. Okay. So that's starting up the actual show text command, which has nothing in it currently, so we have to add another one. Also I have to insert that, so grab this for a sec. Go here and go see game underscore map.events 2.list, and in here you go dot insert. Okay, because with this you can actually input something into the array before something else and after something else if you want to. So what you can do is you can go, actually I want to make sure insert is correct first, because I haven't used Ruby in a while. Just gonna go array. Okay. Yes, we do. We have insert. Cool. So insert is exactly what I wanted it to be. Alright. Back to where we were before, which is here. Cool. So I can use insert. That's cool. Great. Insert. And what I'm going to do is, I think it was number 6 I said it was. Either number 6 or number 7. I'm going to go 7. Number 7, and then insert the command. Okay, so with that lady, after I talk to this fellow here, a new event command should pop up for her. Okay, in her 7th event command line, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it would appear here. And then this anger, sweat, cobweb, and all that stuff, that would be moved down by 1. Okay? Alright. Now, after that, we have to insert more parameters for the next one. So, go command again. Down, event command, and this is going to be 401 because it's text. 0, and in its parameters, it's just going to have the text in that line. So I'm just going to go squirrel, if I spelt that right, whatever. Alright, and then in here, go number 8 and insert the command. Alright, so what are we doing? What we are doing is we are going event command, making a new event command and inserting it into the actual character. Alright, so we are going to insert event command 101, which is a show text command. Okay, and that show text command is checks the stuff below it to make sure it's still part of the same command, which is 401. So that first line has to be a 101 command, which is a show text command, and then the lines below it have to be a 401 command saying, yes, I'm part of the show text command, show my text. Okay, so we are first inserting on line 7 the actual command, the actual show text command 101 here. Then after we've inserted that command, we create another one, which is the 401 command, which has the text in it. Okay, and then we insert that in line 8 because that is just below the 101 command, the show text command. Alright, so play it and hope it works. Alright, talk to the guy. Hi, hey, she'll do her stuff. Here you go, squirrel. Alright, so if I talk to this guy again, another event command will be added to her for the exact same thing. Alright, hey hi, hi hey, whatever. Squirrel, yeah. Alright, so if you want to add more commands, what you can do is search up the other stuff that you need to worry about. So, you know, you got your choices here, you know, your 402 command and all this stuff. So just basically search up what you want to have inputted, and you can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do battle processing now. Alright, so I have to find out what that is. Sorry, where that is. So if I go in here and I search up battle processing, here it is. That is command 301. Alright, and its first parameter is direct designation. I have no idea what that is. Oh, okay. Direct designation means the second parameter is direct designation means is the second parameter a variable or is it directly linked to the actual enemy ID. Okay, So what we're going to do now is on her 7th one, same thing as before. We're going to go. That was event command 301, I believe. 301. Again, don't worry about indenting. I actually show what that is. Conditional branch. If I add one of these, see how it's gone up a bit. This means it's now indent this now means it's indent 1. So this is indent 0, and this here is indent 1. Okay. So like I said, you don't have to worry about that unless you have conditional branches. Alright. So that's what we're doing. We have 301, 0, because I don't have to worry about indenting. And the parameter we have to worry about was param 0, which is direct destination, which is equal to 0. This is going to be 0 because of this code here, saying if param 0 is equal to 0, meaning the next param after that has to be the actual troop ID. Okay? So, first of all, let's find a troop ID that we like. Troops, and go number 4 for spiders. Okay? Open up. So the first one has to be 0. Second one was number 4 for troop ID, which was spiders. Copy. Alright, and any params after that? Alright, we have params after that, and that is, the next one is param 2 and param 3. I don't know what these are, so I'm going to go battlemanager.setup. Battle Manager, here it is, setup. The first one is can escape, and the second one is can lose. Okay, so that means true and false. Alright, so can I escape? I can escape if I want to, and can I lose? I'm probably going to lose the spider, so yes, why not? Alright, so again, this part here was the actual code, 301 for battle processing, and then this one here is the indentation, where it is on the actual stuff. This is 0 because we are not inside a conditional branch, and this stuff here is the actual parameters for that event command. Okay, so 0 because that if statement inside of event command 301 was checking for if this is 0, then that means this is the troop ID. Otherwise, if this is 1, then this is actually a variable ID. Okay? And then after that one is can you escape? Yes, I can. And can you lose? Yes, I can. Alright? So again, this will be inserted as event command 7. So just after heart, but before anger. New game. Talk to this guy. Alright. Alright, there was an undefined method somewhere. Oh, yeah, okay, that was my last stuff. Let's... What happened? Oh, yeah, right, I didn't check this stuff. Silly me. If... Yeah. Actually, sorry, that's if contents dot empty, if not contents dot empty, yeah. There we go. So I escape, because I can. Then she continues the rest of her stuff. Okay. Alright, and that's pretty much all there is to adding new event commands. Sorry. Yeah, commands to events. Wherever you want to put them, so you can have it as element 0 if you want to, which means, you know, here. Or you can add it as the last one by going event.list.size. So if I was to go here, Instead of inserting it, I would actually just go .push, which would actually put it afterwards. Yeah, which actually put it after all of her other stuff. So I'm going to change this to something else, like, let's go Scorpion. That's 8. So I'm going to go here. That's, there you are, 8. That's his event ID, troop ID. So now it's 8. Talk to guy. Okay. Should do our stuff. Cool. Okay. Now, there is one more thing. Some people have been asking me how they can access comment tags, and given what I've just shown, I hope it's easy now to figure out how, but in case it isn't, I should open up my other one because that will save me some time. Yep. Go in my this one will do. Here it is. That is how you access an event comment. This is the first comment on the list. Okay? Alright, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go class game underscore map. And then I'm going to go def get first comment. Alright, so in here I'm going to have event ID, alright, and this is going to return the first event comment, the comment on the event ID. So I'm going to have events, which you remember is a hash array. I want to give it the event ID here, event underscore ID. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go if events event ID dot list, because of, remember, the list is the actual lines, 0. The first one has to be a comment, remember. If it's the first one's not a comment, then it doesn't matter. Dot code is equal to 108, because if we go to command underscore 108, that is a comment. Okay. Alright, so if events ID command is equal to 108, meaning the first command on the list is actually a comment, then return events event ID dot list 0 dot parameters 0. Okay, this will return you the actual comment line for the actual first section. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That would give you the actual first comment section part of it. Alright, so let's, I didn't do that right, that's supposed to be lowercase. Alright, so what we're going to do is now we're going to go, this guy here is going to have a comment. Actually, better yet, I'll give someone else, so you. Your comment is just going to be, comment goes here. Yeah. Alright, and then I'm going to get his first comment. So here's event ID 9. you are that. So I'm going to go script call game underscore map dot get first comment, and his event ID was 9, and play. Oh, right. I didn't print it out. Alright. Message box underscore P. Print it out. Alright. And there is one more thing I have to do in the script first. Because I'm just returning it if it actually has something to return. Otherwise, I should just go return nothing. Alright. Comment goes here. Alright. So if I was to go back to this guy, damn it, where'd you go? If I was to go back to this guy and I change it to another event, so like something like 8, which doesn't have a comment, it will just return nothing. There you go, nothing. So you can actually apply your regular expression to that if you want to. Okay, so just go game underscore map dot get first comment event ID, which returns that, and then just, you know, apply your regular expression to that, and it's all fine. Don't worry. Alright, so that's pretty much how to access events and their codes and their parameters. They're basically just access their event commands. Alright, other stuff to worry about would be the page that you're currently on. So this entire time I've just been accessing which event command you want to use, which should be just fine primarily, but events actually have pages somewhere. Page. Yeah, they have pages. So if you want to access a specific page, you need to watch out for that. Alright? So that's really all there is to this tutorial, and until next time, stay safe.